Hey guys, today I'm filming my fourth update for my year-long project pan, and basically at the beginning of the year I chose a set group of products that I either wanted to hit pan on or finish by the end of the year. Most of these being long haul products, but some of them being things that I just wanted to get out of my collection. And I also show you my other makeup empties in these updates. And I'm so excited for this one because I finished a lot of stuff over these past 2 months, which makes me feel amazing. And I'm feeling pretty good about the items that I have left. And a lot of these empties were products that I had in my summer project pan. I will have that linked up above. And I did just start my fall project pan, and I do have some of these items in there as well. So starting with the things that I finished, first being this little 1 ounce size of MAC Fix Plus. I was using this as my primer spray. I absolutely love this. I like using it as a finishing spray, but this was one of the older mists in my collection, so I wanted to use it up. But I do still have one more mini and then 2 full sizes, and it really does help melt all your makeup into place. And I love the scent on the original one best. It's just really nice, light, and fresh. Definitely something I want to have in my collection. Next is something that I just finished today. I did not expect to finish it this quickly. I did put this in my fall project. I thought it would take me the whole month, but apparently just like a week and a half. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in 100 True Alabaster. There's some product in the size, but I really squeezed it out to get everything I can. I'm not gonna cut it open. So at the intro, this weighed 1.060 ounces, and then for the first couple months of the year I wasn't working on this, but then last update this was at 0.844 ounces and now at 0.436. So I made a ton of progress in the past 2 months. I absolutely love this foundation. I know it's been out for such a long time, but it was really neglected in my collection. This is incredible. It does give me nice medium to full coverage. It has a matte finish. It's very long wearing. This shade does work pretty well for me. This is something I definitely will repurchase in the future. Not anytime soon. I have too many foundations I want to get through first or try something new, but this is amazing. Next, I use up the Maybelline Better Skin Powder Foundation in Tin Porcelain, and I'll put up a picture of what it looked like last time. And I went through this a little bit quicker than I expected to because I have used this up in the past. This is a product that has been discontinued, unfortunately, because this is a phenomenal powder foundation. It really makes your skin look very airbrushed. I don't find it to be overly mattifying, but it does wear really nicely. But the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Powder Foundation I also think is fantastic. It's a little bit more powdery and it does have a floral scent, which I don't like. But I do think it's a good product. I will repurchase that. But I am really happy I got through these. And I do have a few more powder foundations in my collection. But now that I am not going to be working at a shelter anymore in a week, I'm probably not going to need to wear a mask anymore. So I will be going back to my liquid foundations. And I really have the past month been wearing liquid foundation to work under my mask. And it is wearing just as well as powder foundation, maybe even a little bit better. So powder foundation was a bit of a phase for me. I don't think I'll be buying any more anytime soon, but this is a great one, just no longer available. Next, I had my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in shade number 2. And I think I told you guys last time that a little chunk had broken off, which was so upsetting to me because I like to make sure I finish things completely, but you can't do anything about it. Obviously, you can't, you know, pick up the chunk and use it like you could maybe a different type of product. And I do think that this is really nice. I had a backup that I am using right now. However, I don't think I'm going to buy this type of brow pencil anymore. I like to combine this with my micro pencil from Benefit, but it's really not necessary to use them both. And the micro pencil gives more precision than this. So the formula is very good. I like this. I don't think it's too big necessarily, but after I finish up the one I have, which will probably take me another year, I'm just gonna stick to precisely my brow. And the next item I'm so proud of because I didn't like this. This is the Mercier Caviar Stick in Sunrise, and I only had a little bit of this left at my last update. And I told you guys that, you know, it was broken from the base, so that little chunk I was going to mush into a container and apply with a brush. but I said I was not gonna scoop down into it. I actually ended up doing so. In a picture I had in my last update was the nub plus the product that was deep down in there. I just have to use every last bit of a shadow stick to really feel like I fully finished it, and I'm feeling so good about that. I think this was a really pretty peachy shade, but it was not as metallic or shimmery as I wanted, and for some reason the formula of this one was a little bit gummy and it picked up on itself and became a little patchy. I don't know if I got a bad tube or something was just wrong with this color, so definitely a bummer, but I feel so good that I used this up. Next I have a Lorac Take a Brow Kit in the shade Blonde. At my last update I had major pan on this lighter shade. I had already finished the darker one, but as you can tell I did finish up the lighter shade. I did use this a little bit to set the pencil in the front of my brows because this I'm just drawing on skin, and underneath of my glasses it does wear off a little bit, so I did do that, but mostly I use this as a hairline powder. My hairline is still very thin looking, even though Landon is a year and a half. I'm happy to be getting through my brow powders that way, and I just won't buy any more. But if you're looking for a brow powder, I think this has been discontinued as well, but it's really good quality and very pigmented, and I really like the blonde color because it's nice and warm blonde without being orange, which is perfect for me. Next, I had just a little bit left of matte Malloy from theBalm, which is just a matte white eyeshadow, and I did completely use it up, and then like I told you I would, I repressed a little bit of my Illamasqua matte white powder blush and Intrigue in here. I'm still working on this, and I feel like this just, it applies fine, but I don't know if I use too much alcohol, not enough, or if just the formula of this Illamasqua powder represses a little weirdly, but I'm just gonna continue showing this in my updates, and I hope I hit pan by next update, but we'll see. It's not going very quickly. And then I can't believe this. I'll show you where I was last time. The Wet n Wild single in Brulee I was using to set my primer, and they reformulated it a couple years ago, and it is so powdery. It sucks. I hate it. I'm very gentle when I put my brush in here. I'm literally tapping. If there's any kick up, I'm using it to clean up my shadow. I'm trying not to waste this, even though it's $1. It's just the point of just blowing through it. But I went from that tiny pan to completely used up. I will definitely continue to repurchase this. It's a really good shade match for me, and I do use this, like I said, every day to set the primer in my crease and also to clean up the outer corner of my shadow. I like to have my shadow kind of like winged out, and I'll continue repurchasing it, but I'm like, why do brands do that? Mess with formulas that people love. It's just not necessary. And my last empty is another really exciting one. I finished a lip gloss. This is the Buxom Full On Lip Cream in Mudslide. I said that weird, Mudslide. It is a really pretty neutral coral. I did take the stopper out. I love this. Buxom glosses are the only sticky gloss that I like, and I have so many different shades. This is something I would definitely repurchase. This is a great color for me in the summer because I like a little bit of color, but nothing too bright. This does have a medium opacity, very gorgeous shine to the lips. I love the minty cooling feeling. This is so good. So proud of myself for finishing that. And now to show you the progress on the other items I have left. The first thing, I'm just gonna roll into this project, and that would be another little 1-ounce size of MAC Fix Plus. I did not think I had any more, but when I was going to my backup drawer, I saw I had one left. So this is now in my fall project pan. So I just want to finish this by the end of the year as well. So I only have my full sizes. So we are right here. This should be finished up by next update, I'm thinking. Next, I have my Urban Decay All Nighter Summer Solstice Setting Spray. This is a 4-ounce bottle, and so far this had been too heavy to weigh on my scale, and I have been using this on and off all year, but then I have, you know, worked on other things. So I've been going through this slower than I would like, and I just a few days ago was able to actually get a weight on this, which was so amazing, made me feel so excited, and it is weighing at 3.296 ounces. I am going to just focus on this for the rest of the year until it is used up. I'm hoping that I can finish it by the end of November, but we will see. I really do love this. I don't go setting spray crazy, but I think it's gonna be so much more fun to work on this now that there is a weight so I can actually see some sort of progress being made. I know I can feel it being lighter, but this just feels so good. Next is something that I actually said I was gonna take out of my project last update because I hadn't used it all year. And then over the past month, I decided that I wanted to pull it out and just see what progress I can make. And then I realized there is not much in here at all. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in 12 in Fair Neutral. And I did end up putting this in my fall project pan as well. And right before my intro, I did take out the stopper, which in the past has been a nightmare, but for some reason it was easy this time, which was great because the Buxom lip product I took the stopper out of, I jacked my hand up with the tweezers, but I just have to take the stopper out of some things. So this is where we are now. So I do still have a lot of product on here, and this is a very pigmented product, so I don't need too much. And I don't know if you can see, it looks so dark in there. I will take my little spatula and scoop out the product in there and put it in, you know, my favorite little Clinique sample jar to make sure I use it all up. But this will be done by next update as well, which will be amazing because I do have a backup of this, and it really is still my favorite under eye concealer, but I've had that backup for a long time, so this needs to be getting out. And my next product is my Bare Minerals Bare Skin Sheer Sun Serum Bronzer. Guess what? Another discontinued product that I have here for you, and one of the older items in my collection. So the first couple months of the year I had not really been using this, and then I was using this as a liquid bronzer on top of my foundation. But then when I really started working on the L'Oreal, I realized it was a little light for me, so I mixed in about 4 drops of this, and the textures mixed together very nicely. It didn't sheer out this product, and it adjusted the color perfectly for me. So that is how I started using this product. That's how I've mostly used it so far this year. So at the beginning of the year, this weighed 2.017 ounces. No change at first update. Second update, it was 1.976 ounces. Third update was 1.928 ounces. And then today, this is weighing at 1.763. So a really big jump there. But now that I'm finished my L'Oreal foundation, I don't know how much I'm going to reach for this. I think that I'm not sure if I want to get a head start working on a foundation that I want to finish next year, or if I should just play around for a few months. But I will probably keep this to use as a mixer for foundations that are a little too light. I'll try it on top of foundations as well, but if you guys have seen any of my Makeup of the Days on Instagram, I've been using on top of my foundation the Iconic London Sheer Bronze and Caramel Glow, and that's gonna be in my year-long project next year because I've been making such good progress on that. But that formula does not mix well with foundation. But I think that looks better on top of foundation than this, because this can sheer out my foundation when I put it on top for some reason, but the Iconic London does not. That is a little bit more of like a gel consistency. It's a little bit thicker. So I really do think I might want to keep this too as a mixer, but it's older. So we'll see. Next update, I'll let you know if I decided how I want to continue working on this. But I do think that the progress is going to significantly slow down now that I've finished this foundation, but I'm okay with that. I am so happy with how much I've used it this year. Next item I have been using a ton as well underneath of my foundation. I used it under and over today. This is my Persona bronzer stick in the shade Dune. My paper markings are on the screen. I have used this a lot, and I'm so surprised by that little amount of progress. This is not gonna be finished by the end of the year. It's okay, this is not old, and I am happy with the progress that I've made on it. And I've tried a lot of different liquid and cream bronzers this year, which of course has taken the focus away a little bit, but I do make sure to kind of balance trying new things and using this. But even though I've tried so many things, this is definitely my top 3 of cream bronzers, and I know a lot of you guys picked it up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, which makes me so happy because this is so good. Next we have my Hairline Powder, and I did have one more brand new Lorac Take a Brow Kitten Blonde that I was going to use up next year, but I decided to just use it now and try to finish this by the end of the year. And it is super powdery. I put it in the little MAC pan in my Makeup Geek Compact, and I actually kept the brush in here. It fits, which is exciting. So if I want to use that to, kind of help the little brow pencil stay in place, This is powdery, but this is how much I have left. It's a lot. I have been a little bit lazier this past month filling in my hairline, so this might take me till the end of the year. I'm hoping by next update I will have hit pan, but I definitely need to pick up the pace with it, so we'll see. And then I have my backup of my Wet n Wild Single Shadow in Brulee that I'm using to set my primer. I'm just gonna show it to you in these updates just so we can see how quickly I'm blowing through this. Then this past month, after I finished that Laura Mercier Sunrise shadow stick, I went back to using my little mini Laura Mercier metallic taupe, which I love so much. I did put this in my fall project pan as well. I think by next update, this nub will be done, and then I will have started to work on the product down here, but I think it will take 2 more updates to be finished completely, but we'll see. I really was not feeling hopeful that I would finish both shadow sticks by the end of the year, but I absolutely will, which is amazing. I already have a full size of this that I got at TJ Maxx, believe it or not. But this is like my favorite color and it's so metallic. And you guys know how passionate I am about these lovelies. Next, I'm so excited to show you this. This is my Lemongrass Spa Peppermint Stick Lip Polish. I've been keeping this in the shower and I've been much better at using this. And I may have missed some uses, but I used it at least 10 times since my last update, which is a big improvement. And you can see I have a lot of pan right here. So I am a little nervous about finishing it by the end of the year, but I do think it will happen if I keep it up. There are some items in my sample project pan where I have been keeping track of the uses in a little note on my phone. And I've just been doing the same with this since it is in my shower. So I feel confident that I can make that happen. This product, however, I don't think it's gonna be done. This is my Buxom Powerfull Plump Lip Balm in Big O. This is one of those color changing lip balms and it just leaves a hot pink color. So I can't reapply this or use it all the time or it's gonna make my face look nuts. So this is what we're working with. Made some progress, not as much as I would like. So I'm gonna do my best. I need to really pick up the pace and use it more. I think I might be able to soon. So for the counseling company that I'm gonna be working for, they said that they have a lot of sessions virtually because that's what clients prefer, but it really depends on the client. So I might be, you know, in the office 50% of the time, at home 50% of the time. So we'll see how that affects my progress on this item in particular. And those are all the things that I have left in my year-long project. And I'm feeling really good about finishing most things. I don't think I'll finish the 3 of these. Everything else, I think so. But I will feel good about making some good progress on these neglected products, one of which is pretty old. And now getting into the other products that I used up in July and August. And I finished 16 things, which is a lot. Almost all of these are minis, but still, that is really good. I'm feeling so proud and I have not calculated how many products I've used up so far. I want to hit 100. That's always my goal. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna make it there, but we'll see. There's still plenty of time left in the year. So starting off, I have 4 mini primers. The first one being the Say Glowy Super Gel in Star Glow, and no. First off, because this is a natural product, I'm assuming, because it smells like the Kosas foundation and concealer, it smells like floral hair bleach. I find it to be strong. I don't like the scent. This also, you know, it doesn't make my skin greasy, which is a good thing, but it's a very natural glow, even though it's been discontinued. I really like the Becca Backlight Priming Filter for a glowy primer. I like the Vesca primer, the VDL Luma Layer for the glow that they give, but they don't make me too greasy. So this is just a little too subtle for me, would not purchase. I finished the mini Smashbox Photo Finish Control Mattifying Primer, and this was pretty good. I didn't think it made me super matte, but it did not make my makeup apply or wear off funny, which a lot of matte primers do, the ones that are more gluey. So that was good. I'd use up another sample. As of right now, would not repurchase. Then the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. This was nice, maybe a little greasy. I prefer the texture on my skin of the Smashbox Primerizer. I also like the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. Those are definitely my top two. So I would pick those over this one. And then I finished this Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. The smell of this makes me feel like figs or something. This was nice. I think I would like to buy, not right now, at some point I would like to buy the travel size of this and see what I think about the way that it wears. I really have yet to find a matte primer that I feel like does a whole lot for me, but I did like this one. Next, I finished these little minis from Tarte. This is the Shape Tape Glow Wand in the shade Alight, which is a light peachy shade. And I just used this under and over top of my foundation to give some glow. It's very natural, not something I would repurchase. I would rather wear a glowy primer or something like the Flower Beauty Spotlight Liquid Highlight that's a little bit more intense, just too subtle. Then I finished a little mini Tarte Shape Tape in 20S Light Sand. This color worked nicely for me as well, and really using up this mini is what made me want to not give up on my full size, and I'm so glad. I've tried so many different under eye concealers and this continues to be my favorite because it does give full coverage but has like a satin finish. Doesn't look drying under the eyes. They have a really big shade range and it's good. It wears nicely on me. I love this. I love this. I'm sure I will continue trying out different things, but I will always have that in my collection. Then I did finish another of my Dermablend Translucent Loose Setting Powders, and I did just pick up 4 during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. This is my favorite for under eyes and setting my skin. It does give a little bit of a white cast for me, but it works. It doesn't bother me at all. My skin just looks so smooth, and compared to other powders, this is more mattifying, even though it doesn't claim to be that. And I don't normally think of it in that way, but even the new Sigma powder, I did like half of my face set with this, half with the Sigma, and the Sigma made me much glowier than this one, and definitely with other translucent HD type powders. This is just the best. So happy I was able to use that up. Then I finished this little mini Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I love this very much. Once I get through some of my other setting sprays, I will buy this in the full size, hopefully when it's on sale. Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. It was this past time, but I did not need it, so I didn't buy it. I'm very proud of myself. Then we've got some more brow things. I had one of these in my last update. I'm going through these kind of quickly. Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This was in the shade number 1. This was my last pencil, but I just bought 4 more in the Ulta sale. This is so good. I can wear the shade 1 or 2. This does a great job of drawing onto skin, which I need in the front, and drawing onto hair. Like I said, once I use up the Goof proof I have now, I'm just going to use this for a brow pencil. I don't think I need to combine it with something else. I know I'm going to go through it a little bit quicker that way, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Then I did use up this little sample size of the Anastasia Brow in Taupe that my friend Lauren gave me, and now the little samples, they have the spoolie on the end, which is really nice because I think you could definitely wash this, save it, and use it. I have spoolie brushes, so I don't need to do that, but it also makes it so much easier to hold on to because before it was literally just this much. And it was so hard to hold on to the little end and apply it, but this is so much better. So I do think that is really nice. I do like this. I like the Benefit more. I also think Benefit has better shades. The blonde is a little green on me. The taupe is a little dark and cool tone. It works fine in the pencil. In the dip brow gel, it's a little scary. A little scary. Then I did use up my Merit Volumizing Pomade. I don't know why it's called that because it's just a tinted brow gel. This is the blonde color. And I did take the stopper out, which was crazy. I probably shouldn't have done that, but it made it a little messy, but it was okay. We made it through. And this is what the brush looks like. And I think that this is fine. The color works pretty well for me. It's a little green / cool tone, and I do like warmer brow products. I would not repurchase this. I would pick the Benefit Gimme Brow over it because I do like the fibers that are in the Benefit. So it was good. Would not repurchase. Then I used up 2 mascaras. The first being this Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water. It's a tubing mascara. I've heard really mixed opinions on it. it didn't do anything for me. It's a very basic brush, and I do think that makes a difference. So you get a little length, a little volume. It's black, but no, I have liked the Thrive Tube mascara, and I did just buy the one from Tarte during the Ulta sale, but usually I don't like tube mascaras because of the brush. Then I did finish one of my favorite mascaras, and that would be the Lancome Hypnose Drama. So good for volume and length. I love the way it makes my lashes look nice and fluttery. Would repurchase this, half off though, because these mascaras are like $27, which is crazy. Then I finished another of my EOS Smooth Stick in Sweet Mint. My favorite lip balm. I don't like the spheres. I just like the sticks, specifically just this scent. It's very good. I like to apply lip balm a lot throughout the day. So something like Burt's Bees is too thick for me, and it just like, I can feel the layers on my lips. I'm not necessarily feeling it hydrate me anymore, but perfect consistency between thin and thick, and hydrates well enough. And I like the scent of that. Then I really fell in love with this lip plumper. It is the Buxom Plump Shot Collagen Infused Lip Serum. I took out the stopper on this one as well. You will feel the burn with this. I used to think that the Grande Cosmetics lip plumper was tingly, and it is a little bit, but I'm using one of those right now in my fall project pan. I don't feel nothing compared to this. So this, be careful that you don't get any on the skin around your lips, because it will be red and it will take a little while to go away. But I do think that this makes my lips look plump, and the sensation isn't that long lasting, but it is more burning where the glosses are more cooling. But I love that it really is like a balmy, serum-y consistency that makes your lips feel so smooth and supple afterwards. I will buy this in the full size. So they've had this clear for a little while now, but a couple months ago they came out with 2 shimmer versions, so I might want to get one of those, but I will wait till it goes on sale, or I have a decent coupon from Ulta. But I really love that. Then I finished another lip gloss, which feels amazing. This is a little mini Ilia Balmy Gloss Tinted Lip Oil in Tahiti. A really beautiful coral shade. And I do like this formula because it feels very balmy, very smooth. It looks really pretty on the lips. However, this disappears in 10 minutes. I would like it to last maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I would like that more. I know that might mean it would need to be a little thicker, a little more sticky, but it's really nice. I love this color. I used up a few other shades last year. If this went on sale 40–50% off, I would buy another in this shade, but just for like 20–25% off, no, because of the lasting power. But I really like this formula. So guys, those are all the things I used up over the past 2 months and the progress on the items I'm still working on. Like I said, I'm feeling pretty hopeful about most of these products, and I'm just so proud of all the things I've used up so far. Please subscribe and follow along with my progress in this project and my fall project pan. And I have a rolling sample project pan where I'm working on sample and full-size hair, skin, and body products, and I do a lot of decluttering for those product categories in there as well. And I would thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.